So welcome along to A Story to Tell with me, Richard Beauvoisin. This is mainly taken from my Radio Bath show every Thursday morning from 10 until 12. If you do like it, don't forget to subscribe, share it to others, and let everyone know all about Radio Bath. Hope you enjoy it. There's the latest Wonder Script at your feet. It's Richard Beauvoisin here right until midday today. Now, Charlie Minty's going to be coming up very shortly. Gerard is still here. Good morning, Gerard. We've swapped places.
Good morning.
Yeah, we swapped places.
This side of the desk is kind of a little bit better, really, I'll be honest with you.
Do you like
You
it?
don't have to do too much work.
You've just got to talk into the microphone, nothing
And
more.
then wave
nothing.
your hands around like
That's
I'm doing.
it. That's all you need to do. Now, last week, for those that weren't listening, it was World Mental Health Day, and Gerard very kindly agreed to go kind of through a questionnaire of 10 different things in which you can score yourself in out of 10, from water to food to alcohol to chores, learning something new. And we were chatting today, and if you want to listen back to that, type in Radio Bath, any podcast provider, it's on there. It's under the title of World Mental Health Day. And we were chatting this morning, and I came in and you went, Richard, since last week, I've changed some things.
Yeah.
What have you changed, Gerard?
Eating 3 times a day is one of them.
Right. So what were you doing before?
Well, I was eating twice if you were lucky.
Right.
Just like snacking.
Okay.
But I listened back to that podcast and...
You're my listener, right?
Yeah, I was your listener, though I was here, so I knew. But it opens your eyes. It opens your eyes wider than they are. You can do a routine, but if you change that routine, it's better for your mental health.
Okay. Hopefully in a good way.
Yeah. So I eat cereal, muesli now.
Muesli. Okay.
Yeah, except for this morning.
What did you have this morning?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Well, I can't eat cereal and do a breakfast show, can I?
It's fair enough.
I had lunch yesterday, and then I had salad. Salad.
Really?
Dear, oh dear.
How was the salad?
It was okay. Put a bit of mayonnaise on it. But yeah, no, it was okay. It was all right. It was what was it? It was a chicken salad.
Okay. Yeah. Try goat's cheese and walnut salad. That's
Oh, now
pretty
we're
decent.
going there. We're stepping the toe right outside
Do
the
you know
water.
what, even M&S, which is quite near the station, they do a really nice takeaway goat's cheese and walnut salad.
Do they?
They do. I know it's the wrong direction for you, but it's not that far
Yeah.
away.
Well, I'll have to go and try it. But yeah, it opened my eyes.
And what about the socialising side? Because we were talking about that. You go out twice a week. Have you messaged anybody different or anything like that? We haven't discussed this. So.
No, I only went out once this week.
You only went out once this
Yeah.
week? Okay.
I only went out once. I mean, I want to go to the cinema and stuff like that.
Okay.
That Joker apparently is being condemned, but it's okay.
Right.
That's what I want to do. That's my next step.
So you're going to go to the cinema. So
Yeah.
going back to my classic hypnotherapist question of when are you going to go to the cinema, Gerald?
I might try. I might try Sunday night.
Okay. So normally you go out on a Sunday night.
Yeah, but-
I scarily know your schedule already.
Correct.
But you normally go out on a Sunday night, but you're now thinking of going to the cinema.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not indeed? Give it a go.
I might go via Swindon and go straight to the cinema.
Right. Okay. So you're
Yeah.
going to go to Swindon Cinema.
Yeah. Swindon Cinema, that's what I'm going to do. I got told off yesterday.
Oh, why?
Because you know Tom, who works on the station?
Yeah.
So I phoned him up on last week and he said to me, I was helping you through your trouble. You remember I said I learnt something extra
Yeah.
and stuff like that. He went, you made me miss my hot dog.
Oh, no. So you've ruined his hot dog.
I did. So I said, let's go cinema together and I'll buy your hot dog.
So you're going to go to cinema with Tom?
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. So that's socialising. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, but I was a bit concerned I made him miss his hot dog. That's why I was...
Is this an on-air apology to Tom?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
I said sorry yesterday, but it was like, oh, that's all right, yeah, no problem, you know what I mean.
But you wanted to double down and do a full apology.
Yeah, live on air.
Live on it. Well, thank you very much for that. But it's great that you're trying to change some bits that you weren't happy about. That was the whole point of last week, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I like the scoring part.
Okay, so if you want to listen back to that, you can have a go at doing the scoring part yourselves. Just type in, I say, Radio Bath to any podcast provider. It's the World Mental Health one, and we scored out of 10 different sections, gave you a score out of 100, and then you can kind of develop it and see if you can improve any of your scores by at least one.
It makes you work on things, that's what it does.
It does. So, yeah, thank you for that, Gerard.
That's all right.
We'll see you again next week.
You will do.
Believe it or not, it's 1985, Charlie. Can you believe that?
Well, I just about remember that.
Just about. Tell me when you were born, Charlie. Go on.
You guess.
Much younger than I am, that's for sure.
81.
81.
Yes.
Okay, so 7 years. So 43 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Morning, Charlie, anyway. How are you?
Good morning. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm much better now the sun's out on us.
Well, do you know, I was chatting to Gerard before about the difficult things, and I played football last night in a sports hall, and it was absolutely chucking it down. It was dark, and I got to the sports hall, and the sports hall was quite slippy. It was like an ice rink at places, and I even slipped over a couple of times and even hurt myself. Can you believe that? And I came out of football. Normally I'm coming out of football buzzing. I came out of football a bit like that.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I've been struggling with the weather past couple of days. As you know, I'm a painter.
Gonna say, why don't we tell everybody who you? I know who you are, Charlie, but let's tell everybody else that's listening for the first time. Who is Charlie Minty?
So I'm Charlie, and I'm quite well known in Bath as a painter, artist, and I paint pictures in the middle of Bath. I stand there with my easel and I paint, whatever takes my fancy, really.
And what has taken your fancy recently? Because you came in, I was trying to work out when it was. It was about a year and a half ago, I think, wasn't it?
It was, and I think that was talking about the art again. And it's amazing how time passes. But there's always a lot going on, and a lot going on with my painting, different things I'm working on, and I really enjoy it. But going back to the weather, I've been really struggling the past couple of days. It was just so dark. I had all the lights on. Normally I'm outside working, but yesterday I was at home, and I had all the overhead lights on and everything. But it's just still quite depressing, really. And yet today the sun's out, and I feel a lot happier. And obviously seeing your sunny disposition as well.
Well, obviously seeing me is the thing that makes everybody feel better about the world. Now, you're obviously on radio, so they can't see me, but, obviously...
Good-looking chap, I have to say.
Wow.
The grey suits you, actually.
Thank you.
Going back to the age thing.
Yeah, I was looking back on some photos of myself on my wedding day, which is 2015. 2014. Oh, man, let's get that bit right. No, she's not listening, thankfully. In truth, my lovely wife can't remember a date for Love Nor Money, to the point where I turn 50 next month, okay? And one of the things that she was talking about to our daughter was about when my birthday was, and this was about a month ago. We've been together 15 years, and she's still got the date wrong. And this is not my daughter, this is my wife.
And did you remember, she forgot the date, but did you remember it's an important year? That's the most important thing.
Do you know what? We're doing something nice in Bath for the whole day. There's about 40 people coming. It's not a normal party. Okay, so for those that don't know, I'm a dance teacher normally. So my normal role is I'm teaching dancing. That's what I normally do. And therefore, if you think about having a party, what would you do if you were to have a party? What would you do? You'd hire a hall, get a DJ, cake, and do some dancing. Yeah. That's what I do when I go to work. Yeah. Every night.
So you're doing a flash mob outside, are you?
Not so much, no.
Oh.
We're doing anything but dance. Well, we might do a bit of dancing in the end, but no, we're doing escape rooms and variety of different things in Bath, which would be nice.
I'm sure you have done an awful lot of dancing, and in fact, I used to come to your.
You did.
Dance classes.
You haven't been for a while.
I'm a ballroom dancer. I haven't done much of ballroom dancing either, to be honest.
Have you not?
But what's the plan? When after the summer and the weather, as we were talking about, took a turn for the worse, that I would start to focus on the dancing again, because just for various reasons, it always seemed to happen on a Saturday. When I'm normally in Bath. You can normally find me stood with my easel in front of Bath Abbey, because I'm working on a 6-foot painting of the Abbey churchyard with all the people and the buskers, and which is about my height actually, so that's quite good.
Just on that very quickly, so you're picturing a scene, but it's a moving scene. Obviously, if you're in front of the Abbey, the only thing that's staying the same is the Abbey. And you say about having the buskers there. Do you kind of like on a certain day go, I'm picking that busker, they're the ones that's going to be in there?
I've been there all summer, and I listened to all the different buskers, and I've painted a few of them before. But actually in this, I've decided to put Luke, I think his name is Luke Gadjus.
Okay.
Or Gadju. And he is a brilliant pianist. And he takes his piano to the churchyard or Kingston Parade, and he tunes it up and wheels it into the middle of the square and plays for everyone in the summer. And he's brilliant. and so I thought that would be really quite evocative in the picture.
Yeah.
So I popped him in there. But there are lots of talented buskers in Bath. We're very lucky. I think actually there's probably more buskers in Bath than perhaps there are in anywhere, in any other city. But I mean, people all the summer, people have been walking past, and just pick and choose. I got a few more people to add. It's a big painting. It's taken me a long time.
So it's a 6-foot painting.
6 foot by 5 foot. So it's almost as tall as me, but when it's on the easel, it's sort of right up there. Actually, there was a great moment the other day where I spotted this little boy. I was to one side talking to a member of the public, and there was this little 4-year-old boy stood there right in front of the canvas, and he was looking up, and he was completely silent, which you don't normally see from kids that age. And he was just taking it all in. He was sort of looking around, and I just thought the expression on his face was absolutely priceless. So that was, it's really nice to see people's reaction like that, especially children, as they, it's quite special.
Do you ever worry about, obviously you've got this canvas in front of you, about people ruining it possibly?
With the wind. It's so windy this year.
And what about rain as well?
Rain's all right. Yeah,
okay.
A little bit of rain's okay, because it's oil paint, so it doesn't mix.
Okay.
A couple of times when I was outside, the wind just blew it over, just a freak gust of wind on the floor a couple of times, and got all the attention from everyone in the square for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But so that's where you can find me. I'm there when the sun's out. I'm not normally there, and even when it's not, because I get a bit cabin fever when I'm at home. I'm not very good on my own.
We were discussing, last week was Mental Health Day, and people going up and down in their mental mood quite regularly. I'm the same. Sometimes I'm feeling great, sometimes I feel just a bit blur.
Yeah,
it's probably the best
when
way
you're
to
hungry,
describe it.
when you're tired,
Oh, my wife is the worst hangry person in the world. Man, it's funny to watch sometimes, but there we go. We probably shouldn't say that live on air. What are you planning today? 'Cause it's a sunny day. Are you going to be out painting today?
Yeah, I'm going to be out with the painting this afternoon. I mean, it's at home at the moment, so logistically, just getting it outside into the car, it's all a big performance, and it wasn't organised enough this morning. So, so I'm going to pop back home, get the painting, come back to Bath. So that's my plan. But also at the moment, I've got this exhibition going on right now on the Upper Bristol Road in Bath, which is our first ever exhibition of New Bath artists, and it's called the New Bath Arts Club.
Fabulous.
And there's over 60 artists involved. I think there's about 60 pieces of work on the wall, and it's at Bath Artist Studios. And it's not right dead centre, but it's very easy to get to, and it's a great space, and it's a great exhibition. So I really hope that everyone in Bath, if they're able to, that they could pop down and have a look and support what we're doing, even if it's just to come and give us some feedback and maybe tell a few people about it.
Okay, well, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to play a bit of music. When we come back, we're going to find out much more about the art exhibition then.
Excellent.
That's about it more.
As much as I could, as much as I tried, I just couldn't seem to find the light. The trees for the wood, the walls left and right, umbrellas with the rain in. I turn on the news is turned off.
So back for part 2 then with the lovely Charlie Minty. He's an artist that is in Bath, and you paint Bath basically, don't you?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hello again. I've painted lots of things in Bath, but there's still more on my Bath bucket list.
Is there? What's on your Bath bucket list then?
Oh, well, now you say, I mean, probably not Radio Bath. Sorry.
It's a nice enough building, but I have to say with the
car wash.
The car wash out the back, it's probably not the best view, is it?
Yeah.
You could do a picture of, somebody presenting.
I know Bath quite well because I've been coming here since I was a boy, with my mum, shopping, weekends, and just nights out and work. I used to work in Bath, over the road actually, over the other side of the river. I mean, so actually that's quite pretty on the locks. You've got the Locksbrook pub, and there's a little lockkeeper's cottage there. That's quite nice. That's really close to here. There's not too much going out on the road.
Not so much.
You're basically in Salford if you go the other way, aren't you?
Yeah. For those that don't know, we're on the Lower Bristol Road as you go out of Bath towards Bristol.
Yeah. If you want to come and visit, see what Richard looks like in the flesh, that's where he is.
There you go. This is where I'm hiding for every 2 hours from 10 till 12 on a Thursday. If you want to really come and see what I look like. Now, you mentioned before the break about the art exhibition. Okay, remind people where it is again.
Okay, so the art exhibition, which is our first one ever, which is a really big deal for us and for me, because I didn't know whether people would participate. I had this mad idea, because as an artist myself, I felt there wasn't enough spaces for people to exhibit their work, try and sell their work in Bath. Anyone that knows Bath, I know is quite a small place, and the space is very limited and very expensive. But anyway, there's this place called Bath Artist Studios on the Upper Bristol Road, so it's parallel road to where we are, and about halfway down opposite Victoria Park. And we're in there. They've got a great gallery space, and about 60 paintings, and it's been going on for about 10 days. We've got another 10 days to go, so there's still time to pop down there. And it's if you want to find it, it's or you want to find somewhere to park, the Charlotte Street car park. You just walk down from Queen Square down the Upper Bristol Road as if you're going down towards Newbridge, if anyone knows Bath. Anyway, so just down there on the left-hand side. It's quite tricky to find, but everyone's got phones, maps on their phones now, haven't they?
They do. They can just pipe. What's the name of the building again?
So it's called Bath Artist Studios, and it's the Roper Gallery.
Okay.
It's, if people want to go on our website and check out our exhibition online, they can do that, which is www.newbathartsclub.co.uk, and then / annual exhibition.
Okay. And how much does it cost to get in there?
Oh, it's free.
It's free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll probably get a warm welcome, and and there's loads of great art to see. There's mainly paintings, but there's one or two bits of sculpture, and it's all for sale as well.
And it's all for sale. So,
it's not all for sale because someone has sold already. I'm glad to say.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you the cheekiest question ever then. So what's the cheapest piece of art in there? And then also what's the most expensive piece of art in there? And who's done the most expensive bit of art?
Me. I didn't want to sell it, to be honest.
Did you not?
No, I want to do...
I was going to say, how do you feel about selling your own work?
Well, obviously I have to sell it, but I'm at the stage of my career, I suppose, as an artist, that I want to do a solo exhibition and kind of make a bit of a big splash. And the thing is, you're constantly selling your pictures, your best work, you're sort of watering down potential exhibition. So I'm trying to... It's pretty tough, I'm not selling so much. I'm having to live on the breadline a little bit, but I hear the violin playing the other side.
Hang on, let's just get the really small one on my shoulder going.
But I hope to, I have actually booked a space on the Queen Square at the BRLSI to do a solo exhibition in October next year, and that's going to be really special too. But going back to our artists, it's really exciting because I don't think anything like this has happened in Bath for a long time at least, and everyone's been really enthusiastic and wanted to get on board and helped out and and delivered their artworks and came to the private view, and we had a few drinks. It was great, little party, and I'm really enthusiastic about this going forward in the next year. What we're going to do, we might do a big open exhibition, and if anyone wants to participate, any artists out there, and you want to join us, it's very inclusive. We have a policy that we don't just take people's money, and as often happens with open exhibitions where you don't get anything in return. We accept pretty much anyone that wants to join. Because how can you be sort of judgmental about people's work? I don't feel. I'm very critical of my own work, but everyone's art's so different and very subjective. So that's our approach, and it's very different to all the other clubs and exhibitions where they're very exclusive and very difficult to get into, and often if you apply, or you'll struggle to get your artwork accepted, and you'll lose your money. And as we just discussing, as an artist, you can't afford to do that.
No, I mean I'm guessing you have to be a certain standard. My stick figures probably aren't going to make it, are they?
Well, I haven't seen stick figures, but Lowry did stick figures, didn't he?
That is true, but I promise you, I can dance. I'm not bad on the radio. My artistry skills are limited. I'm going to go with that.
You're creative. Dancing is artistic. In fact, I want to paint the dancing.
Do you?
I'm more of a ballroom dancer now.
Yes.
And love all the outfits and stuff. And I want to try and paint that capture and paint the canvas.
We'll come back to the art exhibition in a minute then. So how long would it take you then to do an actual piece? What's the quickest you could do
Quickest I've ever done? Well, I went to the Queen's funeral in 2022, the Windsor Castle. It was obviously very spread out, but I was there at the top of the long walk, and I did a painting there, in a few hours.
Okay.
And sold it.
Okay, so you could theoretically come to, let's say we had a big competition.
We said my name. I just thought if we said my name.
Your name?
No one knows who I am.
Charlie Minty.
Minty,
we did mention you earlier.
Just double check that.
That's right. Yeah, we have. So Charlie Minty, you could come to an event of ours then and kind of do a picture of the
dancers.
Event. Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
We'll
shake on it?
We'll chat. Let's do it. There we go. We have literally just shaken hands. I will hand sanitize my hands afterwards. I haven't. We'll get you to come along and do it.
Okay.
Maybe a competition or something
that's
like
what
that.
I do. I paint outdoors. I paint at events. So this last 12 months, I've been to Henley Royal Regatta. Did a picture there, and I went down to Goodwood Revival. Wrote to the Duke, Charles Lennox March, Duke of Richmond. Said, could I come down, do some painting? And he said, yeah, no problem. So I went to Goodwood, and the weather was terrible again. I stood there in the rain painting a picture of the cars racing past, and I sold both those paintings too. So I must be doing something right.
So going back to the paintings and the art exhibition then, so there's 60 paintings there or thereabouts.
Yeah, about that. I mean, not everyone has put in all their paintings, but it's a very well curated space, good exhibition, and I can thoroughly recommend it. But there's everything ranging from, you asked me on prices.
I did, yeah.
You did. So I don't know, just off the top of my head, one of the works that sold was £125.
Okay.
And it's a really funny story actually, because this guy with his partner was walking past the venue, and this was the first day. We'd done a late opening. I hadn't really advertised it, and I spotted them, and I shouted at them because they looked a bit lost. I said, "You looking for the exhibition?" And they said no. But I said, "Why didn't you come in and have a look?" And anyway, this guy came in, and his name was Svenna, and he was from Iceland. Really cool guy, sort of long, sort of shoulder length hair, curly hair. And he was wearing black and sort of calico colours, and anyway, he was looking around the exhibition, and his partner wasn't so interested, and she sort of pointed to one of the paintings, said, "I don't like that."
Yeah.
And then he said, "I'm going to buy that one," and she started shouting at him, "No, Svenna, don't buy the painting." So I was in this really awkward situation where I was having to do the payment on the machine, and she was shouting at me, and so I got a photograph of him, and it's on our Instagram account of Svenna with his painting, and they were meant to be together because they're both wearing the same colour. So,
there you go.
So that was one of our cheapest ones.
And I'm going to make a wild guess that when somebody buys a painting, it stays in the exhibition.
Yes, till the end.
It doesn't, like, you're not going in there and there's just holes on the wall where people
I'm
bought them.
hoping when I go down there, there's some art left on the walls.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
But the most expensive one, which has, apart from mine, obviously, but one of the most expensive ones was £1,500, which sold. So it gives you an idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Of there's nothing like, Banksy or Damien Hirst, nothing of that sort of order of value.
And what sort of times is it open?
10 till 4.
10 till 4?
Every day, Monday to Sunday.
Okay, so every day 10 till 4, and this is on the Upper Bristol Street.
Yeah.
Name the actual place again for us.
It is Bath Artist Studios, which is a comfortable place on the Upper Bristol Road, and it's just opposite the skate park.
Brilliant. We're going to be back with Charlie very shortly. What I love about Radio Bath is we literally play music from all across the different genres. There's Into the Groove, Madonna, back to 1985 again. Charlie Minty is still with us. He's an artist who paints Bath streets effectively. Now, we're just chatting off air about kind of what I do on the radio and different things. And I was talking about the busking or the buskers that are in Bath and whether any of them would be suitable to come onto the radio. What do you reckon, Charlie?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's some real talent in Bath, and there's everything from David, who plays the drums and sings, and I really enjoy him, but for obvious reasons, a lot of people in Bath find the decibels too much. But and then there's Nick, who plays violin. He's done it. He told me 10 years he's been doing that now.
Right.
And he was thinking maybe about getting a regular sort of desk job or something. But I can't imagine that, because he's such a regular fixture, and he gets a huge round of applause when he does it every day. He just rocks up with his violin and starts playing.
And he's there every single day.
Yeah, he plays Pirates of the Penzance and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And let's see who else is there. Lauren Hellier. So I painted Nick, I painted Lauren, I painted Gary, plays classical guitar. I had a go at painting David, but that's probably not finished.
So work in progress.
Work in progress. Yeah. And there's loads of other people too, and there's people that you sort of see, for a couple of months of the year, like Luke, who's from New Zealand, and so he flies over and he must tour around Bath. Around the UK, and comes to Bath, plays his piano, and then goes back for the summer over there. So he's permanently on summer holidays.
Well, you have my number, and if you want to pass my details on to any of these people, let's see if we can get them in for a live lounge in the new year.
Yeah,
so there's
absolutely.
my offer. So
let's do it.
So yeah, I love the thing I love about doing the live lounges, and we've got one coming up next week actually, is it's local artists in the main that get a chance to perform their music live on the radio. So I think it's
they could come with their instrument and play on Radio Bath.
Absolutely.
Well,
yep.
I'll tell them all.
Yeah, please do.
Definitely. And there was also, we were just talking about it, there's a lady that I met on a cruise ship, actually. I was on holiday, and she'd been on The Voice, and she has the most beautiful voice, and she may come to Bath to do some busking, she said, and her name is Tanya, and you may remember her, as I think Ollie Murs was a big fan of hers.
Okay.
But you should get her on, I reckon.
Absolutely,
she's very attractive too.
I can't comment on that. But,
if you like hats, she likes.
Okay.
She likes to wear a hat.
She likes an attractive hat.
Yes.
Fabulous. And we're going to get back to the art then. So remind us what means you paint in. Is that the right word?
Medium.
There we go. I was so close.
Sounds a bit ghostly, isn't it? Medium.
Well, do you know, I went into my maths brain. I was like, averages, medians, mean. So that's where I went, you see.
Yeah.
But medium. What medium do you paint in then, Charlie?
Oil on canvas.
Okay.
But technically speaking, that's just paint, isn't it? Oil paint. But medium, because I'm really into it, I tend to think of, what I use to apply the paint. So, people do different things. So some people just whack the paint on with a palette knife, and then other people who use a brush, and they'll mix together a strange formula or unique formula to them to apply the paint to give it more shine, or just to improve the flow of the paint. So it's quite an interesting area, complicated area, I suppose. A lot of people, when they start painting as an artist, they don't necessarily know about the alchemy of it, or the technicalities of it. And so there's no right or wrong as well, with art. And I've
which is better,
things.
Picasso or Monet?
I like Monet.
But that's your preference, whereas other people would desperately love Picasso. But there's no right or wrong. It's a bit like dancing, music,
but the thing
all of those things.
The thing is, if I ask you, tell me about Picasso, a piece of art. Can you name a piece of art, or
absolutely
visualise one? No, you can't. No, but you know his style.
I can visualise, kind of blocky and triangle-y is kind of in my head.
Yeah, but did you know that earlier on in his career, he was a realist painter?
I did not.
So he could paint, something and just look like a photograph.
So he's chosen to go down that route.
Yeah,
okay.
Which is interesting, isn't it?
So for yourself then, you currently paint Bath and you paint the streets. Sorry, excuse me. Have you got any plans to kind of branch out and become Picasso?
Not really. Just because... that was an art movement which happened. I do sometimes feel I was born 100 years too late, but here we are.
In what way do you think you were born 100 years too late?
I like traditional painting, but then again, I'm not trying to do paint like Turner.
But you say that, I know a lot of, again, I'm going to relate this to dancing because it's in my head at the moment. And lots of people say if you want to try and figure out something brand new, go back about 20 years, because all the people that did it 20 years have stopped doing it. The people that are doing it now have only learned what's going on in the last 10 years. So something that's 20 years ago, you could almost regurgitate and claim it as being new. Now, something that's 100 years ago, nobody's doing that anymore because they want to do stuff that they've just done in the last 10 years. So you're brand new.
I am. Despite my advancing years,
all of 43.
Yeah, thank you. But actually, when I left school, I was sort of really keen on, which I might mention, Monet, Renoir, people like that, and then found out about John Singer Sargent, who was an amazing portrait painter. In fact, there was an exhibition of his work at Tate Britain just recently, and I went to that. Huge canvases of people, but very, very accurate, sort of realist, but at the same time, you get up close and it looks almost abstract, certain things that he's done. So but when I left school, I wanted to paint more like the masters, like the traditional painters. Well, I don't know, and I like both. I like those and I like the Impressionists, but of course, back in the 90s when I was at school and thinking about what I was going to do, we'd had all the sort of Dadaism and Cubism and Futurism and all the isms, I do feel like the art world, although there's a lot of painting, a lot of people feel that painting is a bit sort of bit dull. It's all been done, but then someone said to me, it's you mustn't feel like that, and to all those people, budding artists out there, just do whatever you want to do, really.
Well, I was chatting to Johnny Gould a couple of weeks ago, who's a presenter on here and also a TV presenter and auctioneer. We were talking about the fact that when we're on stage, we're often saying the same things over and over again. And kind of you've got to build up a resilience against that you feel like you're saying the same thing. And what you've always got to imagine is that for the people that are there, it's the first ever time they've heard it. And even if they have heard it a couple of times, they're still quite enjoying it anyway. And as an artist, I haven't seen live any of your work.
You have never seen any of my work?
I've never seen any of your work. I've seen it on screen, and I've seen it, but I've never actually been up and close and personal to it. So for me, even though you've done it 1,000 times, it's brand new.
Well, it's interesting because you talk about screens and how people normally see art, and it is normally on a device.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that I've struggled to get, actually, to be honest, the same level of interest from social media and stuff like that I get when I'm outside, because of my painting style. I tend to do quite detailed stuff on a largish scale, and so when you see that on a device, it kind of looks quite really busy. It's
gone flat. Now, one of the things that that is great about art is that it has depth to it, but yeah, on screens, I should say, it's 2D. Now you're going to stay with us.
You need to come and see. You need to come see our exhibition.
We
see
will do
the actual real art in life, from first person. Yeah.
And that's on the Upper Bristol Road, available from 10 till 4, is that correct?
10 till 4, Monday to Sunday.
Every day until the 25th. Now, Charlie, you're going to come back after the news with your quick fire round, aren't you? We've got a separate one for you, because you came back on March last year, so we're going to do the quick fire round with Charlie very shortly.
Nervous. Should I be nervous?
You should, yeah. Now, sadly, this chap died this morning. Here's a bit of Liam Payne.
Keeping to myself, I had my eyes upon the prize, ain't watching anybody else. But your love, it hit me hard, girl. Yeah, you're bad for my health. I love the cards that I've been dealt. Do you feel the same as well? I used to be.
So it's Richard Beauvoisin here until midday today. The Charlie Minty. There we go.
Well, yeah.
I've titled you now, The Charlie Minty.
I am. That is me.
Not Mr. Charlie Minty, not Sir Charlie Minty, but the.
Not yet.
Charlie Minty.
Well, that sounds all right. I'll take that.
Is it? Yeah. The Charlie Minty, who is an artist. He paints the streets of Bath, as well as many other things. Has been here all morning. Remind us of the art exhibition again that's going on right now, Charlie.
Yeah, so we have our first ever exhibition of New Bath artists. It's called New Bath Arts Club. And you're welcome. Anyone's welcome to come and see it. It's free to get in, and it's on 10 till 4 Monday to Sunday until the 25th of October. And people are also welcome to submit applications if they wish to join us. And we're very open and inclusive. And I'm sure there's lots of budding artists out there who would like to join us. But there is a radius of Bath, so you have to be kind of in the locality of Bath, proximity to Bath.
Lovely. And next year you're hoping to do more art exhibitions?
Yes, so this is just our first one. Hopefully we'll do another next year, and I'm also doing a solo exhibition in October at the BRLSI, which is the British Royal Literary and Scientific Institute. I can never say that straight
Very
off.
easy for you to say.
Yes. So that would be one of my first exhibitions. I have done others, but be one of the first major exhibitions, let's say, of my work. So there should be some really big canvases there, which will include dancing, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
So I've got lots of ideas, and I'm planning to work on them over the winter months. And it's the weather was like yesterday, and it's really grey and dark and wet. So I'm going to try and crack on with those.
Well, we have our Big Bath Bash, it's called, in January at the Guildhall.
Well,
which
that's
is a
fantastic.
pretty decent setting to do a picture of.
Well, I think I should come and make some shapes on my canvas while you're making some shapes on the floor.
Sounds like an amazing idea. We'll chat about it more afterwards. Right, now, you came back in of March last year and you got your first set of quick fire round, okay, which is 10 random questions. Everybody seems to get them, okay? For those that are coming back in a second time, you get the second set, okay?
Not the same ones.
Not
Different.
the same questions, different questions.
You're not trying to catch me out.
No. So it's a completely different set of questions.
Last year you said salt and vinegar crisps, and this year you're saying...
No, not that at all. So
full cocktail.
before, it was what's your favourite ice cream, but the first question now is what's your favourite flavour of crisps?
Yeah. Salt and vinegar is going to be the death of me, really. But it's salt and vinegar, I'm
That's
afraid.
okay. Have you got any
cider?
particular...
Salt and cider.
Okay, is there a make of salt and vinegar crisp you like?
Tyrrell's, I think. Yeah.
Tyrrell's.
So
Yeah.
are we allowed to say
You
brand
can
names?
say, yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't say it for 3 times. I don't know. Making up the rules as they go along. Right, next question then. Do you leave things at the bottom of the stairs to take up later?
Oh, yeah. Is that an age thing? I'm up and down those stairs quite a bit, so, I try to be tidy. So, yes, I do that.
Okay.
I think there's a pair of shoes on the stairs. I don't know why.
The downside is the trip hazard.
I do try to put them in a sensible
So you
spot.
put
Not
them
right
on
in
the
middle.
side?
On the side.
Yeah.
Sometimes with a toothbrush, I brush my teeth as I'm wandering around downstairs. Has to go back upstairs. Put toothbrush on the stairs.
Okay.
We'll stay there for a couple of hours.
Ready to take it up later.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think it might be an age thing. So my knees are not what they used to be. Okay, sadly, as I'm getting more mature in years. So yeah, the prospect of climbing those stairs voluntarily for no good reason isn't good. So maybe that's where it comes in more.
Yeah, I do throw things up. I throw stuff up the stairs too. If it's soft, soft landing. I know it becomes a bit of a sport, kind of cricket throw. Maybe a pair of socks. I leave puddles of socks around,
Right.
around the house. Scones my partner, and I just chuck them up there.
Okay, fair enough. No,
And if I score,
generally not.
if I get it on the landing, that's like a big win.
So that's your day. So not only painting in Bath. So when somebody sees you next painting in Bath and they throw a pair of socks at you, then you'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to catch them," and that'll be a score of a certain amount.
Sorry, why would people be throwing socks at me?
I've no idea. What is your talking about the weather earlier on? What's your favourite season and why?
Oh well, it's got to be early summer, I think, just because coming out of the winter, I sort of come out of hibernation, and I can paint outside, no problems, and it's just warm. I don't have to wear lots of layers, and kind of you just sort of feel a big weight has been lifted. So I've got those heavy coats and things on anymore. And just think of everyone else, so happy going about, doing stuff, and which you can't do. Just like picnicking and just being outside, just chilling.
It tends to lighten the mood, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, again, World Mental Health Day was last week, but kind of talking about that a little bit now, this time of year, I personally find really difficult because I've kind of got 6 months of darkness ahead of me. It's not going to be nice weather.
Same for us all. Yeah, I think we all feel the same way.
Yeah, and it's like that moment of going, right, going to get through this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've got to find things that make life better. That's all.
That's why we have Christmas, isn't it? Really?
That is
I suppose not just presents, is it? There's a religious aspect, but
there is, and Halloween too. Let's go down there. Right, is pineapple on a pizza mamma mia or just simply wrong? Pineapple on a pizza.
Oh, you're asking me, but I hate pineapple.
You hate pineapple?
I'm just in looking at you in disgust. So, no, not pineapple.
So you're not a fan of pineapple? Is it meant to be on a pizza?
It shouldn't be on pizza.
Okay.
It makes it all sort of. I don't know. It's just it should have meat and cheese and stuff like that on. It shouldn't have pineapple.
I had pineapple and Stilton on a pizza the
It goes
other
all
day. It's
soggy.
amazing.
That's what I never. It goes soggy.
If you cut the pineapple up small enough and not too much pineapple.
But you can't cook it. Can you cook pineapple?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
I just can't get my head around that one.
That's okay. So therefore you think it's wrong. And that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion.
I've eaten it.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't turn down a piece of pizza with pineapple.
Okay.
I don't even pick it off, actually. I'll probably... That's what I'm like. I just eat it. Yeah.
Right. If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Right now?
Yeah. Anywhere in the world.
Oh, my gosh. These are hard questions.
These are harder than part two. Part
New
one.
Zealand. I heard so many great things about New Zealand. It's got to be...
Okay.
Apparently, that's the best place in the world.
It's an amazing place. Yes, a good friend of mine, she's from New Zealand. She's just about to go back there, and she says, what I love about it is you can go literally from within almost an hour from sunbathing to snowboarding. And yes, and I say she's from New Zealand. Her words are, it is still about 30 years behind everywhere else.
Yeah. I've heard that it is a beautiful country, and the people are lovely, and it's very, very, well, bits of it are very green, nice weather. Yep. What's not to like, really?
I will have a look at some point. I will get.
It's a long way. That's the only thing.
It is a long way.
If this metaphorical trip was just like clicking the
heels
of the ruby slippers, that I could do that. But the thought of the journey was kind of
fair enough.
A little bit.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flying, I think.
Flying, and you could go to New Zealand just like that.
Yeah, yeah, could I?
Just that quickness of really quick flying.
Yeah, probably need to wrap up warm though, wouldn't you?
You would. It's quite chilly up there. It is quite chilly.
Yeah.
But flying is a good one, right? Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
A night owl. You like
midnight? Literally, I painted until when I got back into the painting. I just had this sort of furious sort of spurt of activity. I was painting every night till sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and not much good for anything in the morning. The next day, you know. But no, I'm really not a morning person, which is contrary to my upbringing because I grew up on a farm, dairy farm, where they used to milk the cows at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And just can't do it.
Fair enough. You are a night owl, right? Talking about flying, would you ever skydive?
Done it.
You've done it. Okay,
yeah,
right. How was skydiving? The reason I'm asking this is that part of my 50th birthday celebrations, I'm meant to be doing a skydive. I need to get medically cleared for it, and then I'm going to do it for the Southwest Children's Hospice. That's the plan.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I am going to do it in my 50th year. That's the plan. So what was skydiving like?
Amazing. One of the most amazing experiences of my life. And I don't really know why I haven't done it again. But I was absolutely petrified beforehand. You know, I did everything to try to make sure I didn't. Well, I couldn't go anywhere because you're on the plane, aren't you? Once you're up there,
that's it.
There's only one way out. There is one other way. But it was exhilarating, terrifying, a huge adrenaline rush. And there's that moment where you stop tumbling through through space, and then you're just sort of like a cat. A cat's fallen on their feet, and you just feel the air sort of like a big soft blanket underneath you.
Okay.
And you just see everything for miles, and it was just unbelievable. And when I got down there, I just for about a week or two afterwards. Definitely a week. I still had the adrenaline rush a week later. That's mad, isn't it? And it just brought a smile to my face. So
in my next year of when I'm going to do it, already a previous guest has said, a cricket umpire that came on, he said that he will do it with me. Would you like to come as well?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, you just said you don't know why you haven't done it again. So
okay, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'll give you a shout when I'm trying to sort it out. So there you go.
Okay.
You now look absolutely petrified, just even the prospect of it, which is scaring me a little bit.
It was amazing. And when I hit the ground, when I landed, I just wanted to go straight back up there.
Right.
That's how I felt, yeah. And but I didn't. I just never got around to doing it again.
Yeah. So we're going to do it for charity. Okay. And that'd be great.
Yeah, okay.
Right. What was your dream job as a child?
Artist, and you get to do it every day. Yeah, I just suddenly remembered 3 or 4 years ago. I thought, I was supposed to be an artist, wasn't I? That's what I wanted to do. But I'd sort of just dismissed it entirely for various reasons. Yeah, too difficult. But I love it, and I'm really glad that I'm doing it. It's hard too at the same time, but when it's good, it's great.
Yeah. Amazing. And your last question, Charlie Minty, artist, is what is your favourite memory
I feel a bit sad. Is this it?
This is it.
This is it.
I
My
know.
favourite memory.
Apart from being on the radio a year ago.
Growing up in Wiltshire, on the farm, summers at home, and with all my big extended family, and big parties, and everyone together. Yeah.
That's a nice place to finish. Remind everyone where they can see the art, Charlie.
So you can pop down to our exhibition, which is happening at Bath Artist Studios on the Upper Bristol Road, going out of Bath from Queen Square. And our club is called the New Bath Arts Club, and the exhibition goes on until the 25th of October, 10 till 4 every day, Monday to Sunday. And if people also want to join, just drop us an email. All the information is on our website.
And what's the website again?
www.newbathartsclub.co.uk.
And it's free to get in as well?
It's all free, and we'd be very welcome.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Charlie. And we'll be in contact regarding busking, the people from busking, and doing a skydive together.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Richard.